Hi, my name's Lisa Arnett, and I'm in the communications class. And the topic I chose for assignment number 5 was the presidential election with John McCain. That was one of our options we could pick from. And I felt that it was a very good topic right now because that's what you're seeing in the news all the time. No matter if you're turning on the radio, watching television, there's always something about the presidential election between the Democrats and the Republicans on right now. And the only way that they're going to gain your vote is by communication to you. There might be a chance that they come to your local city or town, but when they do, they usually just go to universities, colleges, sometimes churches or town hall meetings, and they communicate to you and want you to believe in them to gain the vote of confidence. So I listened to John McCain's speech from the Wisconsin primary where he won the Republican candidate. He's now the sole Republican candidate from that primary election, and he's now competing against the two Democrats that are running, Hillary Clinton and Senator Obama. In John McCain's speech, he started off really thanking everyone for being there, thanking his family, his friends, and he really expressed himself through his hand gestures. And there was so much energy in that room. It was incredible. He gave a 12-minute speech and really hit home on every topic that he needed to hit to gain your confidence. Where at the same one, Senator Obama, he gave a 45-minute speech, and they figured by the time he got done talking, because it was such a lengthy speech, that he just liked to hear himself talk, is what everybody was saying, because that's the way he came across. That's the way he communicated to everybody. So in his 45-minute speech, he actually lost people because it was too long, it wasn't to the point, and he just kind of rambled on, which lost the attention of everybody. Besides thanking his family, his relatives, and everybody for being there, for the love and encouragement, for keeping him going in this election, he was also targeting meeting the great challenges and obstacles with his wisdom and his faith. And he expressed that to everybody, that he has great wisdom. He is the oldest running candidate, so he has a lot of wisdom behind him and a lot of faith. He's going to fight for every moment of every day for the election in the campaign, fighting for change. And he's expressing this to you. And we want change. Everybody wants change. Everybody's worried that we're going to go into a recession. And what it is the people that we're listening to and watching on television are making us believe that. So in turn, that we're in the panic mode, and everyone, because of a recession. We don't want a recession, but they have us believing that we are leaning towards that, which is, again, expressed by them through television and communication. Make the right changes and gain the confidence that will draw the people in. That's what he's doing. That's what he was doing with his 12-minute speech, which he did a very good job. The body of his speech, the energy for running for president and why he was running, the determination and the passion that drove him to want to run for presidency and gain the confidence of your vote. Keep the country safe and prosperous and prove to be worthy. He's going to prove to us that he can be the worthy president of the United States and run this country for us. He's doing all this, again, through the communication. That's our only way that we can see him. You know, like I said, once in a while you get a great chance to meet a president or a candidate that's running. They were in Lima, Ohio. I'm not sure if they were in Dayton, Ohio as well. But again, you have to pay for the ticket. You have to somehow get there. And then you have to take the chance of being one of the lucky ones that's up there in the front to be able to shake their hand and have that touch and that feeling. But other than that, just their communication to us and what we're listening to is how we're going to end up voting. Besides keeping the country safe, use our morale, credibility to win the war. Make Congress work to assist in ending the war. Congress really needs to be a part of it too, so he has to also, besides running for candidacy, convince Congress after he's elected to end the war, end the recession that people think we're going into. The purpose keeps the blessed country prosperous, free, safe, and proud. He really expressed himself when he said that. Keep the blessed country free, safe, prosperous, and proud. The changes we offer will reflect and be communicated back to the people after he makes the changes. The country, as John McCain sees it, keep the country safe and free and prosperous, which he also stated in his speech with the energy. Rely on strengths of the companies. We need to keep the companies going. And the healthcare is another huge issue right now. The healthcare is so expensive that people are going out of business. They can't afford to offer healthcare to their employees. Then you have employees that are working without healthcare. Then they're missing work and they can't pay their medical bills. And it's just a vicious circle. So we need someone that can really communicate and tell us and figure out how we can reduce our health care. My husband's company, they change insurance companies like night and day. Within the last 2 years, they've changed 4 times. He's a small company, 15 people, and their health care insurance just went up 35%. 35%. They can't even offer it. It's just ridiculous how someone can keep raising that. We just need to get a handle on it, get it under control, and that's what we need to find out if John McCain can do for us. Rail on the encouragement of economic growth and hold the government accountable for that growth. The transition of his speech, freedom might someday, come to the center of Cuba acquiring nuclear weapons. And with the nuclear weapons, then we need to learn trade of raw materials. We need to be able to make some ourselves or trade the raw materials for the nuclear weapons that we need to be able to fight the war. Encourage economic growth and hold the government accountable, which I stated in the body of his speech. Makes tax codes more fair and more pro-jobs. Enemies try to use these weapons against us, and that's why we need to really focus on the other countries, our allies, and make them our friend and work with them, and they can work with us. And that's a really tough job. To make these other countries our allies, that we can work with them, because it changes day by day. So that is one of the toughest challenges, besides the healthcare, besides the recession, is also working with the allies. It's a huge position that you really have to want to be able to tackle and have your family behind you, because you are dedicated to that job at all times, no matter where you're at, because the camera is on you and they're communicating whatever you're doing back to us. Like I said, he's not the youngest president or candidate running. He's actually probably the oldest and the most experienced, and that's what we're trying to gain here, experience. In conclusion, with John McCain's speech, it says, don't tell me what we can't do. We must and be willing to do and change. So don't tell him what he can't do, but look towards the future of what we can do and what we must do. And with that, I'm going to conclude my speech with John McCain, and hopefully you will be watching the television, watching the telecast, listening to the radio, and by them communicating to you, that will help you make your decision on who to vote for the election. Thank you.